Welcome to the WordPress Photography Podcast, the podcast for photographers who want to learn how to get the most out of WordPress to grow their photography business. You don't need to be a geek to understand WordPress. Settle back and listen as we show you how. Now, here's your host, Scott Wyden-Kivowitz.
Welcome to episode 79. My name is Scott Wyden-Kivowitz, and today I want to answer another question from you, the listeners, the community, photographers who are using WordPress. In the WordPress for Photographers group on Facebook that I personally run, there was a question asked, is there a way to change the category of 300 posts in a quick way? The answer is yes. And what I want to do is show you right now how to go about that. So I created a dummy instance, and you can see right here, there are 20 posts that have one category called "This category needs to be renamed." And then there's another called the default category called uncategorized, and there's 298 posts with that category. So I'm going to quickly just go back to the post list just to show you real quick how you can change the category. If you want to see more posts, like 300 posts, you can hit the show screen options and change that to 300. However, if you're on a shared host, if you're on a host that doesn't have their PHP RAM up all the way as high as can possibly be, you might find you're having timeouts. So it won't actually work when you go to make a bulk change to 300 posts. So in this situation, it might be worth going page by page, or let's say increasing to 50, maybe 100, but you going to like 300 at once might wind up causing you some trouble. So with that said, you can select everything on the page that you're on, go to bulk actions, hit edit. You can actually in bulk remove a category. You can do it if you do one at a time, so you can quick edit and just remove one category. So if I go like this, now there's one less category, but you can't actually remove one category in bulk from a group of posts. So that's a little tricky. So what you would have to do in this situation is you go to the categories, posts and categories, and you can actually go to, let's say you want to rename this one called uncategorized that has 298 posts in it. You can go and click edit for that category and then change it from uncategorized or whatever to I just renamed this post, change a slug to renamed, and then hit update. And now all of them, every single one has a new category. You can see 298 now have a new category with a new slug called I just renamed this post. So if you want to go from portrait photography to engagement photography, or you want to go from engagement photography to wedding photography or something like that, you can do that. The simplest way is just literally rename a post category in the categories tab. The other way, if you have a couple of posts you want to do, is to do it using the bulk options, bulk edits inside of the post. But again, you can't really remove categories. You can only add categories. So you could, if you wanted to, add a new category and then delete the old category through categories. So simplest way, just edit, rename the actual category. If you have any questions about categories, and by the way, this works with tags as well, then go to imagely.com/podcast/79 and, comment. Let me know your questions. And if you have other questions, also comment so that I can address that question in a future episode. Thanks for watching.
You've been listening to the WordPress Photography Podcast. To listen to other episodes and to subscribe to the podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and more, please visit imagely.com/podcast.